My memo tonight is addressed to our 22 cabinet secretaries. You were appointed during a challenging period in this country. In fact, most of you would not have been in office if the people had not taken matters into their own hands. You are all vetted and approved by Parliament, then sworn in and given the keys to the ministries. The next step should be Kwanza kazi, right? But it seems you're taking a bit too long, Kwanza hiyo kazi. Well, it is time to settle down and do some work. Enough of the parties and homecomings and handovers. Shukeni kwenye magari, ingieni ofisini na mwanze kuchapa kazi. Next week it will be 2 years since this administration came into power. Na mwaka wa 3 sasa unaanza. In normal jobs, by now you'll be asked, what have you done so far? What has your contribution been to this job? This appraisal has no room for homecoming parties or other excuses like, I was away on a trip. The Constitution reduced this advantage of being out of the office by making the office of the CS executive, meaning they are not elected and so are free to work in the office. You have no burden to make appearances in the constituency. That responsibility was reduced and left to elected members of Parliament. There's nothing wrong with saying, niko ofisini, niko busy na kazi. The Constitution separated the legislature and the executive to give you more time to do the actual work. Now, in my casual count, last week we lost about 4 days out of 5 that would have been spent working. You were busy attending rallies in Kuria, Migori, Kisumu, Siaya, and Bungoma. Yani, wiki nzima hamjakuwa job. Mko nje tu. In normal jobs, once you're back from Bungoma, unapokea memo chap. For absenteeism, desertion from work, and a general lack of seriousness kwa kazi. Now, once you get this first memo, you're only 2 more letters away from being fired. After that first note, you then travel to the coast for another round of homecomings. Unaanzia Mombasa, kisha Kwale, Kilifi, Taita Taveta, Tana River, and then you pass Garissa on your way back to Nairobi. And when you arrive, a second letter awaits you at work. The dereliction of duties, yani kutotekeleza majukumu ndio yaliyomo kwenye barua hiyo ya pili. Now this means you're 1 more homecoming round of parties from staying at home. Next, you travel to Rift Valley. Now here you have a better reason to party. The subject is, you survived the resolution of cabinet. Hii inamaanisha you'll be slightly late coming back to work. 6 days this time. And when you're back, you're reminded that this was your last warning. Unapokezwa the last memo. Now this is what would happen in a professional work environment. Last week there would have been a warning letter. The week before you could have just gotten the first one. Wiki hii ya 3 imefika, file imejaa barua za kusomewa tu. The argument you'll give is, si tulikuwa na boss. But remember, you only report to the boss, but you work for the people of Kenya. Remember how you got into cabinet in the first place? The people forced the other cabinet to be dissolved. Remember, you are like a rock of salt. Any contact with water, you will dissolve. Ask yourselves, what concrete work to serve the people of Kenya did you actually do while attending homecomings and handovers? Wacheni mchezo na kupoteza wakati. Get to work. And that is my memo.